Hello, this is Shepherd Warrior Walk and Talk, and I just wanted to kind of talk about some financial things. Last year, or this year, early this year, January, February, I drew my first Social Security check at 62. Now, I took Social Security early, as you can see, way early. And I took a 30% hit on my Social Security income for taking it early. Now, I also have a small pension that I get from being in law enforcement. The way I look at it is that pension and my Social Security together, what I get now, I still work 2 days a week. I got a decent job, make about $18.50 an hour. That gives me an extra just over $1,400 a month income. And I take that money and I put most of it in savings, and I, buy a few toys. Everybody likes their toys. I don't have any debts. So the main reason I took my Social Security as early as I did was because inflation, government debt. Government debt now today is over $38 trillion. We pay over $1 trillion just in financing the debt. We pay more to finance the debt than we do for our military. Social Security, Medicaid, or Medicare are the two biggest expenses of the federal budget. By 2030, I think it is, 2031 or 2, the Social Security Trust Fund, which is already really broke because it's just full of IOUs, supposed to be broke by then. And that means that there's an automatic 21% cut for everybody who's on Social Security by law. So I figured I would start collecting it early because even though I might take a 21% cut, the rate of inflation and government debt, the value of our money is going down. In other words, 5 years when I reach 67, the dollar will be worth a whole lot less than it is now. Exponentially, because if you look at the debt chart, it's taken off like a hockey stick. That's called exponential debt, exponential growth. Debt is growing at leaps and bounds, which is going to destroy the dollar. They're going to have to come up with a new financial system. That's all there is to it. So by taking Social Security early, I'm getting the most of the purchasing power of the dollar that I can out of it now, because in 5 years, even though my Social Security be worth more, 30% more, it will buy probably 30% less. I also invest my money in precious metals, and gold's at over $4,000 an ounce, and silver's over $50 an ounce today. Things are not looking good for our country financially, and it's not Trump's fault. This is Congress's fault, kicking the can down the road. But if you study financial history, it was a Democratic Congress that passed the 1913 Federal Reserve Act, which brought us to this point. It was the Democrat Congress that passed the 1965 Coinage Act. Both of those acts have destroyed our financial system in this country. The Federal Reserve System allows a private bank to print money, which when they print money, it dilutes the money that's in the system. It has allowed us to enjoy a standard of living far beyond our means, far beyond our production, because we export our inflation through the bond market, because the dollar is the world reserve currency. But that is slowly disappearing. I'm out here on the dock and it's windy. I'm gonna lose my hat. So anyhow, the whole financial system is on the verge of collapsing. That's my best estimate. How long? I give it till 2030, 2035 maybe, max. All right, so what do you need to do? You need to hold precious metal. You need to get as much money out of the system as you possibly can. Buy real assets, buy land, buy things. I invest in 3 different types of metal: gold, silver, and lead. All right, you're gonna need a stockpile of food. 6 months to a year. They might take us to war before this is all over, okay? Because that's what they do. When the financial system is broken, they just take us to war. But what kind of war will we go into this time? Will it be a nuclear war? Possibly. So if that happens, you know, who knows what's going to come out of all that. You know, as a Christian, I believe in the second coming of the Lord. So I'm just trying to survive long enough for the Lord to return. And if I die before then, you know, to be absent in the flesh is to be present with the Lord. If you're close to, if you're 62 and older and you haven't started your Social Security yet, you probably should think about it for those reasons that I mentioned. The purchasing power of the dollar is evaporating, and it's on an exponential crash course. All right, it's not going to last much longer. And like I said, 5-10 years. And what comes after that, God only knows. All right, this has been the Shepherd Warrior. Just giving you my 2 cents. All right, so I hope you'll like and subscribe, become part of the Great Tribulation Survival Channel. It's been a while since I've done a walk and talk. But anyhow, these people that want to destroy our country with socialism and free stuff for everybody, it's only going to accelerate it. All right, this has been the Shepherd Warrior. We'll see ya on the next video.